Today on What's Next.
This was the fifth Midas muffler, lifetime guaranteed. I've had 7.
Age is just a number. Be proud of that number. And the older I get, the more proud I am to say, I am over 60 years old. And yes, I'm on a senior women's dance team.
When I walked on the floor at 65, I found out one thing. Old men can shoot the ball.
I'm not growing older, I am growing bolder. How do you like that?
Hello and welcome into Growing Boulder's What's Next. I'm Mark Middleton, and on today's show we are embracing a bolder community. They say that community is immunity, and it's true. The studies have shown that social engagement is crucial to our health and longevity. And on the opposite end, being socially isolated has been proven to be just as harmful as smoking or obesity. You can find community in so many different ways at art groups, book clubs, language classes, sports teams, you name it. And when used in the right way, social media. Online communities can inspire you to lead a healthier, active life too, because positivity is contagious. Attitude is contagious. It can spread like wildfire through social networks. At Growing Bolder, we've built a community of millions of optimistic people across our social channels, and the word is spreading, one reel at a time. Just recently, 3 short Growing Bolder Instagram reels racked up millions of views in just a week or two, inspiring others to lean into life and pursue their passions. Let's start with Rachel Veach, a woman we met at nearly 90 years old who proudly displayed a sign in her car to let others know that she had driven over 540,000 miles as its original owner. This short excerpt from our story on Rachel and how she used lifetime warranties to keep her car running racked up millions of views on Instagram. Rachel knew early on that she'd keep Chariot for a long time. So, whenever possible, she bought parts with lifetime warranties.
This was the fifth Midas muffler, lifetime guaranteed. I've had 7. This is the shocks from Sears, and I've had 3 sets. This is the lifetime guaranteed battery from Penny's, and Penny's still pays for it, but Firestone puts it in. And I've had 16 free batteries.
When Rachel takes her in for service, she never leaves her, even for a moment.
Either I stay by my car or I leave. And I show them this diagram of how many places there are that has to be lubed.
So you have to educate the mechanic.
Yes.
Rachel's story really isn't about her 1964 Mercury, it's about her frugality. It's about taking care of and keeping what we have in a culture in which we look at almost everything as disposable. It's about realizing that new is not always better, and keeping up with the Joneses isn't as important as appreciating what we have. And speaking of adventures, let's take a look at our second viral video of the day. This short reel of Banana George Blair captured more than 2.5 million views in just a matter of days. Banana was a barefoot water skier, and at the age of 93, after battling back from back surgeries and a battle with pneumonia, we were there to capture his final run.
Every day Banana George skis is like a new record.
I can't stop him. Nobody can stop him.
You're an animal, George.
I don't wait for the next thing, but I make the next thing happen.
I'm not growing older, I am growing bolder. How do you like that?
That was the very last time that Banana ever skied, but he would go on to live another 5 years before passing away at the age of 98. I often ask this question about Banana. If he had died that day at 93, falling on the water, would that have been a tragedy? Banana was doing what he loved. He was embracing risk because he wanted to live his life to the fullest. If you could have asked him that question, I know for certain he would have said no. Banana represents the dignity of risk we can all hope to have as we age, the chance to do what we want with our lives and not to withdraw from life. From one story of staring risk in the face to another, but this time from a woman more than a decade older. Julia Hawkins was 105 years old when she set a world record at the 2021 Louisiana State Senior Games, where she ran the 100 meters to become the oldest person to ever compete in a sanctioned track and field event. This video of her run was watched more than 2 million times on our Instagram in just a matter of days. But on an even larger scale, Growing Boulder's video of Julia's run has been shared by news outlets worldwide, from CNN to ESPN, from Fox to USA Today, and more. In fact, the National Senior Games Association estimates that a total of over 900 million global impressions were gathered by this video over the last 3 years. When I spoke with Julia about why she decided to run at the age of 105, she told me that it gives her purpose and that keeps her going. She says older people need something to look forward to, something to care about. She cares about collecting magic moments like this one on the track. You can watch our full stories on Julia, Banana George, and Rachel Veach right now on our new streaming platform, watch.growingboulder.com. And be sure to follow us on Instagram, where we post inspirational reels just like these every single day, helping you to live a better, bolder life.
Age is just a number. Be proud of that number. And the older I get, the more proud I am to say, I am over 60 years old. And yes, I'm on a senior women's dance team.
Hello and welcome back to What's Next as we continue to showcase the power of Boulder communities. Your life can be changed when you find like-minded people who are positive and engaged in a shared activity that you're passionate about. Growing Boulder's Bill Schaefer saw this firsthand when he met a group of 30 women called the Calendar Girls, who were smashing ageist stereotypes, giving back to their community, and dancing to their own beat.
Well, there is a number of senior women's dance teams, but they're not all the same. And I think what sets us apart is a couple things. One is our cause, and the Southeastern
Guide Dogs.
And I think the other thing is there's 30 of us. And, to get 30 women to be in sync and to have that energy and positive attitude, I think it really makes us much different.
And there is something else. The Calendar Girls range in age from their 50s up to 80, each of them staying fit, having fun, and making a difference in the lives of others.
We bring smiles wherever we go. Nursing homes, country clubs, biker rallies. And since 2006, we have proudly sponsored 24 Southeastern Guide Dogs for an American veteran. And so we've not only entertained our community and modeled fitness, but we've served the United States veterans, and we're very proud of that.
They also offer something else, something more subtle. You can see it in their faces and their attitude. The Calendar Girls show us all that age can be amazing.
I'm turning 70, and it's a lot of fun. It's a decade to celebrate that I feel good, I have great friends.
This is one of the only groups I've ever seen where women can't wait to tell you their age.
Oh, absolutely.
We're proud of, we're proud of who we are, and we're all different shapes and sizes, but we're healthy, we're conscious of our body, we listen to our body, which, when you get older, a lot of times people want to just discredit you. You can't do that. And we're like, watch this. We love it when people come up and say, how old are you? And I'll say, 65. No, you're not. Well, yes, I am.
What do you think the message is? What do you hope the people that see you go home and start thinking about?
Don't ever give up. There's so much life in life. And just to continue to be healthy and to do the things that you love and push yourself. One of the things that we do is challenge ourselves every day physically and mentally as we learn new routines. And like CJ said, we're not just doing short routines, we're doing some pretty interesting moves that girls half our age are doing. And so the message is, age is just a number. Be proud of that number. And the older I get, the more proud I am to say, I am this, I am over 60 years old, and yes, I'm on a senior women's dance team. It's fabulous. I feel great. I don't take any medications. I haven't felt this way since I'm in my 20s.
Probably what I'd like to do is see our walk-a-thon.
Donna, what's it taught you about age that you didn't expect or didn't know?
It doesn't have to, I don't have to have it. Age doesn't define me at all. What defines me is how I feel, what I do for my community, how I give back. And so aging with this group of sisters is not aging, it's growing.
It is easy to see how this dance team is benefiting from one another's company. Not only are they having fun, they're staying physically active, they're thinking creatively, they're getting outdoors, and they're improving their mental and social health with their relationships. And one more thing, learn from their example about pushing back against ageist stereotypes. Don't let anyone tell you that you're too old to start a dance team or join a group of any kind. It is never too late to learn an instrument, to go back to school, to start a business, join a sports team, or find a new relationship. There is no limit to what's next.
When I walked on the floor at 65, I found out one thing. Old men can shoot the ball. The secret sauce is that we're all just really good friends. We go out to eat together. Most of our wives are here.
Oh, the friendship. It's the people. It's the people.
I just love to meet people.
We're all different ages and different abilities. We're all friends. It's a great family we have here.
Team sports, that's what team sports are about, is the camaraderie, the social life, and then this huge activity all day long.
Growing Boulder loves the National Senior Games, and not because of the individual athletes who win medals and set records, but because of what the community of Masters athletes represents. The National Senior Games is part of a grassroots movement that encourages people from 50 to over 100 to get active and to improve their overall health and well-being. And while the physical benefits of sports are an obvious plus, the games also provide an enormous benefit to our social health. We recently met a men's basketball team, the West Virginia Generals. They're all good friends who have played together for decades. When it comes to having fun, sharing memorable moments, encouraging one another, and winning games, they are a great example that teamwork makes the dream work.
When I walked on the floor at 65, I found out one thing. Old men can shoot the ball.
The West Virginia Generals, a team of men all 80 and older, is a mainstay at the National Senior Games. They're a model of consistency, having played together for 10 consecutive events dating back to the 2005 Senior Games, and have won 4 silver medals and 1 gold in the process.
We don't quit, we stay with it week after week, week after week.
The Generals are a tight-knit team that dates back nearly 70 years, to their teenage years when they played together in high school in West Virginia. And while they don't run as fast or jump as high as they used to, their love of competing, their desire to win, is as strong as ever.
We want to go. We want to go. We played this same team in Albuquerque. Same team, and they beat it, and we got the silver then. We got it again.
You got a rivalry going.
Yeah, we do. Oh, yeah.
Are you as competitive in your 80s as you were when you were kids?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Their love of the game has helped inspire them to bounce back from life's many setbacks.
What have you had?
5 heart bypass.
5 heart bypasses.
Yeah. Rotator cuff on both sides problem.
What have you had to overcome?
Knee replacement.
They proudly share stories of times they played against basketball legends like Jerry Lucas, the Harlem Globetrotters, and even the Logo, the late Jerry West.
I played high school ball against him. He played for East Bank. I was a high scorer, by the way. I got 25. We go back to his high school 3 weeks later. He's guarding me, I'm guarding him. He gets 40, and I get 7.
They enjoy looking back, but their focus is always looking forward to the next opponent, the next chance to play together on the hardwood, and the next National Senior Games.
When we started playing, I was going to play till I was 85, and here I'm 88.
There you go. And what do you say now? How long are you going to play?
I'm looking for 90 now.
Yeah, we want them to do a 90 age group now. They don't do a 90 to 94. We're going to have to get a 90 age group in the games.
Basketball is the game they love, and for decades, it's continued to love them back.
We play against younger men.
And they keep us in shape.
Get up off your seat and get moving.
Keep moving all the time, that's what I say.
When I turned 65, the smartest decision I ever made, other than marrying Sharon, was starting to play basketball with these guys. I haven't looked back. It's been wonderful. They keep me in shape. We have fun.
All right, here's what I love about these guys. They still love to compete, and even if their jump shot isn't as smooth as it once was, they do enjoy the friendly rivalry with the team that's beaten them in the last 2 national championships. They travel together and they bring their families. During that interview, we were surrounded by their wives, their kids, and their grandkids. They are a team on and off the court that loves spending time together. They aren't just sitting around swapping stories of the old days, and while they do give Harold plenty of grief for the number of times that he's retold the Jerry West story, they are creating new memories every time that they step on a court. They're looking forward to the next chance to get to play together and create new memories. All of which brings us to our bold social clip of the day, and why not share another member of the GB Million View Club? Here's the late Robbie Steinhardt of the rock band Kansas with some advice for all that inspired more than 1 million its first week on Instagram.
Maybe the most important thing is, since you never appreciate them till you lose them. If you got parents, hang with your parents, man. They aren't here forever. That's a really good thing that's one thing I learned. My parents lived to 86 and 97, but I still didn't spend enough time with them. So that's something I would definitely go back and do. And like people say I wouldn't change a thing, I almost wouldn't change a thing, but that's one thing I definitely would change. I had great parents, and I knew that, but I was too busy living my own life, I would have done that differently.
Hi, I teach at several universities, and it's different now because a lot of my courses are virtual. That's right, standing in front of a camera with my students out there in Brady Bunch fashion and teaching them the merits of leadership. Well, when I bring my guest speakers on, it's no longer in person. They Zoom in as well. A few months ago, it was guest speaker time, and she was late. Sent the students out on the break, called her, "Where are you?" "I can't get on. It said I needed a Zoom update. It's gonna take 5 or 10 minutes. I said, "No problem, our break will be 5 or 10 minutes. She could not get in until she got her update. Let me ask you, is there something you're considering doing? Something you said, "I'm gonna do that next." Are you ready to get in? Or do you need a life update? Not a Zoom, a life update. Have you updated how you approach challenges? Have you updated how you think about opportunities? Have you made that life update to be the best possible version of yourself? Update you and do it now. Take care.
Welcome back to Growing Boulder's What's Next. Are you following us on Growing Boulder social channels? We are on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and of course Facebook. And each week we ask our more than 1.1 million Facebook followers to weigh in on a Your Take question. This time we asked, what is one unique group activity that you do with your friends or family? Head on over to our Facebook page now and let us know. When we asked that question, we were thinking anything but work, but in truth, work is actually my favorite group activity. I know that makes me lucky. We've got a great mission, a great team, and every day, while not always easy, is filled with creativity, worthwhile challenges, important successes, and the encouragement from people like you. Encouragement is one of the greatest powers we all possess. A single bit of encouragement can actually change the trajectory of someone's life. We've seen it many times. You've got talent. You can do that. You can overcome that. Encouragement builds self-confidence and self-esteem. Encouragement is a gift we can all give freely to one another. The road to what's next is paved with encouragement. We'll see you next time.